Greetings. This is a video response for a challenge put up by Loraloveslace. She put it up tonight and she would like this challenge done soon to finish around March 10th, I think. Please just look below for her details and follow her directions. Don't follow mine. But this is the card I made for a young woman named Brielle who's in the hospital who just had a bone marrow transplant, and that's what this is for. Brielle really loves the color black. I'm going to go ahead and have a process video for this, and that will follow this discussion. But please, this challenge isn't about winning prizes. This challenge is about helping a young woman who is in the hospital and is in a lot of pain. And it's special to me. My sister, when she was quite young, 22, I believe, 21, had a major brain surgery, and it was very scary and difficult for her as well. And I work every day with kids Brielle's age. I teach college, so 3/4 of my students are 18. And so I really wanted to make sure to participate in this challenge, and I would love it if you could do so too. All right, I hope you enjoy the process video. Have a great day. All right, so I'm going to do a stencil stamping, like a double stenciling procedure technique, and you'll see that it doesn't go perfectly and I have to work at it a bit, but hopefully that'll help you if you ever try this. So first I take black acrylic paint and I paint it on one side of the stencil, and I've already glued or like taped down that cardstock to my mat with some washi tape. And I lay the paint side down. Can you see I'm securing it with some more washi? And I'm just going to take a piece of paper and lay over it and burnish, burnish, burnish. And the idea is that the black paint will transfer down. Well, that black paint really isn't thick enough, and you'll see that later. But I wanted to put a rainbow effect on this card, and I wanted it to be really bright colors, bright cheery colors. So I used picked raspberry and then wild honey. And I'm just carefully stenciling. By the way, this stencil is one that I cut on my silhouette. I purchased the pattern from the Silhouette store. Next, I have squeezed lemonade. This is, of course, Distress ink, because Distress ink is the best for this kind of blending. It blends so smoothly and beautifully, and when it dries, it's just magnificent. Next, I put in Twisted Citron, which is so bright, and I just picked that up today. I was so happy to find it. And then, and it is important that the black paint, sorry, be burnished carefully so that you don't get the ink around the outside of your stencil. That was Salty Ocean, and then of course Wilted Violet. So I did all that, and I'm carefully kind of trying to get them to overlap, and look, I pulled it off and there just wasn't that much stamping from the stencil. So I pull my paper out again and I throw my stencil down, and I think I've got to put this paint on thicker. Well, it sort of works. I don't know whether it's just the type of paint I chose to use, because I used a really cheap acrylic paint. I bet if you had something like a Donna Downey paint that's thicker and more pigmented and has a little longer working time, you'd probably have more success with this. But I don't have anything like that. So I just keep working at it. And I stamped it over and over until I got what I wanted. And there was one part where it was a little globby, and there was another part where I kind of got it on the place I didn't want it. But I mean, this technique isn't about perfection. It's about, I don't know, it's just funky and fun. And it reminds me of things a kid her age, or a young lady her age, would love. So then I take a small piece of vellum and I stamp my sentiment, and I'm embossing it in gold, and it says, "You bring happiness to all that you know." Loraloveslace. Laura said she really wanted things, uplifting phrases, not get well soon, but, you know, things are great, you're great, you look beautiful, you know, just to get her mind off of how she feels. So that's why I chose that saying. And I just staple it down. I did put black soot around that. She loves black. It's her favorite color. So there's a lot of black on here. But it's black with bright colors. So I'm really liking this. I've just got a white card base. And then I have a black panel that I'm putting down. And then, of course, my card front. And there's just 1/16 inch borders there. Tried to keep them really thin. I wanted this stamping technique, this stencil technique to be the star. And then I grabbed some sequins. I grabbed 3 butterfly sequins and a bunch of really dark, almost black cup sequins, and I apply a lot of sequins to the front just to give it a little pizzazz. And I'm applying that with golden matte medium, which works as good as the Ranger matte medium, by the way, and dries clear. It's not cheap, but I use it for a lot of things, and pound for pound it is cheaper than Ranger's. So, because I have a huge jar of it. I got it on discount at Michael's, so. But I use it for my mixed media as well, so I'm glad to have it. I wouldn't buy it just for applying sequins, but yeah. So I'm carefully adding sequins, and I put 9 of the little dark cup sequins on there, and that'll pretty much be the end of my card. It's going to take me a little while to get all those sequins on there, but I like it. One of the butterflies is clear. You can't really see it so well on the screen, but you can see it in person, and it looks neat to have one of them be clear. So this is my card, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. I think it's really pretty and kind of cool and funky. So hopefully you like this neat technique, a new way to use your stencils. And I'm going to give you some close-ups of the card here. There you go. And have a nice day.